Hello, thank you for booking with Jumbo Campers. This is going to be a walkthrough of the Thor Majestic. Alright, so this RV is about 24 feet long. Height is about 12 feet, including the air conditioner. And the width is about 8.5 feet. It's a regular gas. Alright, so we're just going to do from outside first. So you got your keys right here. So you got the circle one, and then they're both circle one. So the circle one's right there. So basically you just lock it like this. Sometimes you need to push while you're locking so that it can lock, and just test it. Now it's locked. That's how you do. If you want, you can lock the bottom, or just one is enough. Also, when you unlock it, you have to kind of give it a good push at the same time, unlock it so that you can easily move. And then when you open the door, you got your you just bring it up here, and then you can latch it here, and then you just put it like that, and then just hold your door like that. Yeah. And then you got your net. All you have to do is just like that, and you got so simple. All right, so let's. Sometimes you gotta pop it through. Yeah. All right, and then over here is where your propane is. Yeah, as you can see, this is your propane. So we give you always with full propane. This one needs to be topped off, so I'm gonna top it off. But yeah, we give you with full propane, full fuel, and then full water. Your water is a 40-gallon, so we give you everything full. And then when you return, you don't have to really find a place to refill this. We'll just refill it and invoice you, because it's kind of hard to find the propane places. Water, don't worry about it, we fill up at home. And then fuel, we recommend at the pickup location. Across the street there's a Shell gas station. Yeah. And then whenever you want to get this refilled, you have to go to RV parks with a propane refill, or some truck stop has it. Yeah. So if you happen to go to One Force, I always recommend to get refilled. So your propane is for anything with inside, for anything with cooking and heating. Your stove, your water heater, your fridge also works for propane. But when you plug in to the electricity at the campground, it will switch to electricity, only the fridge. And then anything with cooking and heating. And then your thermostat is using propane. Yeah, another time if you want to use the thermostat for heating. All right. Okay, and as you can see here, just next to the side entrance, this one is where your 40-gallon tank is here. So if whenever you go down, you're empty, you can refill your fresh water through here. And then there's a gauge inside that shows you when you're down. When you're like 1/3, 2/3, so you can refill your tank through here. All right, and then when you happen to go to the full, don't wait until it starts spitting water. As soon as maybe one of you will check, and then if you happen to go to full, then the gauge, just stop refilling. All right, and then this is your main compartment. For the main compartment, this is your key. This is your key for the main compartment. So you just align it, and then you can just open it up. All right, so here, and then when you just lift it up, as you can see, there is a latch here on both sides. So that latch, you just make sure that you latch it like that, and it latches. And if it's windy day, be careful. Just always don't just kneel down here. It might pop it off the wind. So it's good to hold the doors one hand and then go in. All right, so here's where we keep there's a lot of space here for your luggage too. It's a huge one. Not all RVs come with this kind of huge storage, but here, as you can see, we keep we give you a 10x10 canopy. Also, we have levelers to put under the tire if you're not leveled at the campground, or when you're boondocking in the middle of nowhere. If you're not leveled, you can put these things under the tire. And remember, the rear tires, they're dually. There are 2 tires in the back, so make sure you put 1 each, and then 1 for the front, and then you can adjust your level. Or if you're not, if you only want to use in the front, just put on each tire on the front, and then drive up on it. All right, and then it depends. This RV could sleep up to 6, so we can provide up to 6 chairs. So we keep the chairs here, and then your table is this one. This one is your table, so it's a big one. So just remove everything, and then you can take it out. Your dumping hose is here. We keep it here. as you can see, to dump your gray and black tank. So your gray tank is for the shower, sink. That's a gray tank, and then your black tank is the restroom. So they're about 25 gallon each. So you the hookup is on the other side, on the driver's side. So I'll show you on that. So on this RV, the water hookup is on the passenger side to fill up your water, and then to dump is on the driver's side, dump connection, and then electricity connection is on the driver's side. All right, what else? And then here in this one, we give your hose, water hose is here, your filter, your pressure regulator. Yeah, your pressure regulator. So if you have a hookah water connection on the campground, first you put the pressure regulator, and then the filter. As you can see, the filter has an arrow, so it says flow. So the flow should be towards the RV. So yeah, at the campground, so you hook it up and then make sure the flow is facing the RV. Yeah, so first you connect the pressure regulator and then the filter and then the hose, and then hook up to the RV, either to the city water connection, or if you want to fill up your fresh tank, to that connection. And then whenever you fill up your fresh tank, you need this one, otherwise it won't hold, the hose won't hold on the fresh tank. But to the city water connection, you don't need this. So the pressure, you can adjust it basically by lifting this up, and then you can adjust it. So you want to be anywhere from 40 to 60. That's a good pressure. All right. We also provide you with a propane stove if you're outside cooking, and then the canister we keep it here. Yep. So you got, yeah, so that's basically what's in here. And then you have your gloves whenever you want to dump. Got your glove. You have outlet connection here too. Then you have lights here. You have lights. Just don't forget to turn it off when you close, because you might drain your house battery. And then here, sorry, I dropped the phone. Okay, so here's where your outside cooking stove is. Yep. All right, so that's basically what the storage is. All right, we keep going this way. You can also access it from the rear. All right, yeah, so this is your city water connection. As I said, it's on the passenger side, I mean on the driver side. So at the campground, this way you hook up, just thread the hose to this, and then once you hook up to this at the campground, you have unlimited water. Yep, unlimited water on demand. All right, so this RV is a regular gas, so it's where you fill up. Yeah, so this is where your connection is for the dump, to dump the gray and black tank when you're at the campground. So same idea, just hook it up. So yeah, as you can see, it's right here. So basically you hook up you remove the cover, and then one side of the hose, just like as the cover latches, it latches to the hose right here, I mean to connection. And then the other side of the hose is not an adapter, it has an adapter thing. That one goes to the ground. So make sure you securely put it on the ground, and then sometime maybe you have to put some stone on it so that it doesn't, when you release the valves, the pressure doesn't pop it off and it start leaking on the ground. Make sure you put something, rock or something, if you don't feel secure enough. All right, so yeah, so this is your gray tank, and then this is your black tank. So gray on the left, black on the right. So first you dump your black, and then you dump your gray. So it says that, you know, your black is the restroom, so you want to dump that first, and then you just pull this way about 3 inches, and then the gray washes the hose, all the shower water, stuff like that. And then if you're at the campground, you can close the valve for the black, and then you can leave the gray open, so that whenever you wash dishes, you take a shower, you're always dumping. Yeah, but you want to leave the black closed, and maybe once a day you can dump the black. Yep. So that's some tips. And then once you dump the black, you have deodorizer inside, I'll show you, and then throw that deodorizer in the tank, on an empty tank, and then flush for about 30 seconds from inside, so that the black tank doesn't want to be completely empty, to avoid smell. So you want to put the deodorizer and then flush for about 30 seconds, so that there'll be some water inside, and then it will help it doesn't smell. All right, so that's basically it. So let me just look at this one. All right, so this one is your electricity connection. So this RV is a 30 amp. So RVs, campgrounds have a 30 amp and then 50 amp. So this is a 30 amp plug. So as you can see, right now it should be yeah, so this is about 25-foot cord. So actually it should be plugged in all the way. See, it should be plugged in. Yeah, it's driving position, or you know, when you're not plugged in, it's always need to be plugged in properly. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, plugged in. Otherwise, let's say if you want to use the air conditioner, you're not plugged into electricity, and then if you turn on the generator, and then air conditioner is not going to work, because this need to be plugged in all the way. All right, and then so if you want to plug at the campground, just disconnect, and then make sure the campground 30 amp is turned off, and then plug it in, and then turn on the switch. Yeah, and then once you connect, that you can be able to use your air conditioner, your all the inside outlets, the microwave, and then the TV. All of those things will work. But if you're not plugged into electricity, if you want to use those things, you gotta run the generator, and then I'll show you inside. The generator is right here. You don't need to do anything from outside. You just press a button from inside, and then it will turn on. All right, and then once you turn on the generator, give it about 5 minutes. Let it run for 5 minutes. Then you can be able to use those air conditioners, microwave outlet, stuff like that. But if you plugged in to the campground, you can immediately turn on those things. You don't need to wait any 5 minutes or anything. All right, and then once you finish, roll the cable back, and then plug it properly all the way in. Yeah, and then this one. Yeah, so that's basically your 30 amp connection is. All right, and then this your house battery. You don't need to do anything. Your house battery is the one that powers all the interior lights, water heater, water pump, stuff like that. Yeah. All right, so this is generator. Yep. Yeah, so if you happen to go through a tunnel, I always recommend to basically turn on these meters, and then these are manually adjusted. I think. Oh no, you can adjust actually through here. So it's easy one. All right, and then just watch out for tree branches because they're the worst. These RVs are fiberglass, so just watch out for tree branches, and then just drive safe. All right, so this is the outside tour, and then now we're gonna do the inside.